This massive luxury electric sedan has 1,300 horsepower, 1,300. That is more than a Bugatti Veyron. That is more than a Tesla Model S Plaid. And the price? Bro, if I told you the price right now, you would think I'm lying. I'm gonna save that for the end because if I say it now, you're just gonna click off and go cry in a corner. But trust me, it's the most illegal feeling number I have ever seen on a window sticker. We are talking about a car that breaks the world record for aerodynamics, a car that doesn't use air suspension. Oh no, that's too old school. It uses magnets to levitate. Yes, magnets. It has 4 motors, it can spin in place, and the interior looks like a private jet had a baby with a spaceship. This is the YangWang U7. It is the most advanced Chinese EV ever built. And today, I'm gonna show you why American luxury brands should be absolutely terrified. Let's get into it. We have to start with the face. Just look at this thing. Most EVs today look like melted bars of soap, right? They're all trying to be smooth for range. This thing, yes, it's smooth, but it looks aggressive. It looks like it wants to eat a Lucid Air for breakfast. The design language is what they call time gate. I know, sounds like a sci-fi movie prop, but look at these headlights. This massive C shape here, it's not just a light strip. It creates this huge, wide stance that makes the car look 5 feet wider than it actually is. And inside the housing, it's like jewelry. You can see the individual laser-cut elements. When you unlock this thing, it doesn't just blink. It puts on a full light show that would make the Las Vegas Sphere jealous. And look at the hood lines. They are sharp, muscular. It dips down aggressively to this nose. And notice something? No grille, obviously. But it doesn't look empty, it looks purposeful. It has these active air intakes down here on the bumper that open up when the battery needs cooling, but shut tight when you need to slice through the air. And speaking of slicing through the air, this is the part that actually blew my mind. You see this little bump on the roof? That's the LiDAR. Now usually LiDAR bumps look ugly like a taxi sign. But here they've integrated it so smoothly into the roofline that you barely notice it. And they had to be careful because this car holds the world record for the lowest drag coefficient of any production sedan, 0.195 CD. Do you understand how insane that is? A Tesla Model S is like 0.208. A Lucid Air is roughly 0.197. This beats them. This is the most slippery brick of metal you can buy. It is slippery as a greased lightning bolt. That means less wind noise, more range, and it just cuts through the highway like a ghost. Now, come around to the side. This is where you realize how huge this thing is. It is 5.2 meters long. That is S-Class size. That is long wheelbase territory. But because of the proportions, it doesn't look like a boat. It looks like a sports car that got stretched. Check out these wheels. They are 21-inch forged alloys. But look at the design. It's mostly closed off for aero, but they left these beautiful polished accents so it doesn't look like a hubcap. And behind them, massive carbon ceramic brakes. You need those when you have 1,300 horsepower and you weigh, well, a lot. And look at this bodywork. The sculpting on the doors is deep. It catches the light in this really dramatic way. It's not just a flat slab. And the door handles? Flush, obviously, but they don't just pop out mechanically. They slide out silently when you approach with the key. It feels expensive. It sounds expensive. Frameless windows, double pane acoustic glass, and look at the tint. It comes with this privacy glass from the factory that makes the whole cabin disappear. It just looks like a CIA transport vehicle. And here is a detail most people miss. Look at the side repeaters for the turn signals. They are integrated into this little chrome wing on the fender. It flows right into the body line. It's not stuck on as an afterthought. Every inch of this car feels like a team of obsessives spent a month designing it. But the craziest thing about the side profile is what you can't see, the suspension. It's sitting perfectly flat right now, but this car has a system called DSUS-Z. Remember that name. I'm going to explain it when we look at the motors, but just know this car can literally jump. I'm not kidding. Let's move to the rear. I think this is the best angle. Look at those hips. The rear fenders flare out so wide. It gives it this muscular, planted look. The taillight is this single continuous bar that wraps all the way around. But it's not a simple red line. The internal texture looks like pixelated stardust. It's fascinating to look at up close. And in the center, the YangWang logo lights up in red. It's bold. Down here, we have a massive rear diffuser, and it's real carbon fiber. It's aggressive. It channels the air out from under the flat bottom to keep this thing glued to the road at 160 miles per hour. And check out the active spoiler. It's flush with the trunk right now, but at speed, it deploys to add downforce. Or you can just press a button inside to flex on people at a red light, which, let's be honest, is the main reason we want active spoilers. The whole rear end just screams money. If you debadged this and told me it was a $200,000 European concept car, I would believe you instantly. But it's not. It's Chinese, and it's coming for everyone's lunch money. I know, you can't buy this car here yet, but owning its model, that changes the room. Everyone has the same boring collectibles, BMWs, Audis, stuff we've all seen 100 times. This doesn't blend in. This is a scale model of the YangWang U7, and the second it's on your desk, people ask, wait, what car is that? And you just smile and say, oh, that's a 1300 horsepower electric sedan, 4 motors, magnetic suspension. It can literally jump, and I already know what's coming next, the comments asking where to get it. I've got you. Links in the description. Use code WHEELFACTOR for 15% off. You guys know I'll never let you guys painful, but don't wait. These are limited, and once they're gone, they're gone. If you want that future on your desk energy, grab it before everyone else does. Okay, pop the hood. Or, well, there is no engine, but we need to talk about what is powering this beast, because the specs are actually frightening. Underneath this skin is the E4 platform. That stands for 4 independent motors, 1 for each wheel. Why 4 motors? Because it gives you God mode control. In a normal car, if you lose traction, the computer cuts power. In this, the computer can adjust the torque to each individual wheel 1,000 times per second. If your front left tire hits ice, the car instantly knows and sends power to the other 3 to keep you perfectly straight. It's not just AWD. It's precise vector-based propulsion. And the power, I still can't get over it. 1,300 horsepower, 0 to 60 in under 2.9 seconds. And that's for a car that is basically a limousine. Do you understand what 2.9 seconds feels like in a car this big? It feels like being rear-ended by a freight train. It pins your organs against your spine. And because it's electric, there is no lag, no downshift. You just think about going fast and you are suddenly in a different zip code. But the real magic isn't the speed, it's the battery and the suspension. Let's talk about the battery first. It's BYD's Plaid battery. It's an LFP, lithium iron phosphate. Why does that matter? Because LFP batteries are insanely safe. You can literally drive a nail through them and they won't catch fire. They're tough. And the size? Massive. 135.5 kilowatt hours. That is huge. For context, a Tesla Model S is around 100 kilowatt hours. This extra capacity gives it a CLTC range of over 700 kilometers. Now, CLTC is a bit optimistic compared to EPA, but even in the real world, this thing is going to be a road trip monster. Now, here's a feature that changes everything: the DCIS Z suspension. Most luxury cars use air suspension, airbags that inflate and deflate. It's comfy, but it's slow. Air takes time to move. The U7 uses electric motors for suspension. There's a linear motor at each wheel. It can extend and retract the shock absorber instantly, milliseconds. It's so fast that if you drive over a speed bump, the car can literally retract the wheel as it hits the bump and push it back down on the other side, so the body of the car stays perfectly flat. You don't feel the bump. The car basically floats. And because the motors are so strong, they can lift the car up. They can make the car jump off the ground. I'm not kidding. There are videos of this car jumping. Why do you need your car to jump? I have no idea, but I want it. Let's talk safety, because when you have 1,300 horsepower, you want to know you aren't going to die. The chassis is ultra high-strength steel. The battery is a structural part of the car, which makes it incredibly rigid. but the tach is the real safety net. Remember those LiDARs and cameras I showed you? This car sees everything. It has God's eye intelligent driving assist. It's scanning the road 500 meters ahead. It sees pedestrians, debris, other cars, lane markings. If you're about to hit something, the car doesn't just brake. Because it has 4 motors, it can torque vector around the obstacle faster than you can turn the steering wheel. It can literally steer the car using the wheel's speed. It has blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, lane centering, all the usual stuff. But it's the speed of the system that sets it apart. The processing power in this car is higher than most gaming PCs. All right, the moment you've been waiting for, the interior. Bro, I am speechless. This isn't a car interior, this is a lounge. First of all, the materials. Everything is wrapped in Nappa leather, and I mean everything. The dash, the doors, the center console, the roof liner. It smells like a high-end shoe store in here. The design is called Star Ring. The dash wraps around you in this continuous curve. And the screens? Oh my God, the screens. You have a digital instrument cluster for the driver, obviously. Sharp, high-res, totally customizable. Then you have this massive 12.8-inch OLED center screen that curves slightly. The blacks are perfect. The colors pop. It's like an iPad Pro glued to the dash. And then the passenger gets their own screen too. They can watch movies, change the music, or, and this is hilarious, they can help navigate. So your co-pilot can actually be useful. But look at the center console. No cheap plastic. This is real wood veneer, or maybe carbon fiber depending on the trim. And the buttons are crystal, not plastic, crystal. It feels heavy, tactile. The seats though, I need to talk about these seats. They're better than my couch. They're heated, ventilated, and they have a hot stone massage function. Not a vibrate function, a real massage. You can literally get a back rub while doing 0 to 60 in 2.9 seconds. That is the peak of human civilization right there. And the roof, it's a full panoramic glass roof. It lets in so much light. But here's the cool part. It's adjustable opacity. You can press a button and it fogs up to block the sun. No physical shade needed. It's magic glass. Now I'm going to hop in the back. This is a chauffeur car, right? So the back should be good. Oh yeah, this is the spot. I have legs for days back here. The legroom is infinite. And look, I have my own screen back here to control the climate and the media. And, wait for it, a fridge. There's a legitimate refrigerator back here. Not a cooler, a fridge with a compressor. It can freeze your drinks. You can keep your champagne chilled while you destroy Ferraris on the highway. The ambient lighting is everywhere. It's in the doors, the floor, the dash. It pulses to the music. And speaking of music, the sound system is Dynaudio, 23 speakers. It sounds like a concert hall. The bass hits you in the chest, but the highs are crystal clear. I'm sitting here and I'm looking at the stitching, the metal speaker grills, the soft closed doors, and I'm getting mad because I know what a Tesla interior feels like. It feels minimalist. This feels maximalist. They threw everything at this car. Let's talk practicality for a second. I know, boring, but you need to know. Because the car is so long, the trunk is deep. It's a sedan trunk, so the opening is a bit narrow. But you can fit golf clubs, suitcases, a stroller, probably 3 bodies if you're into that sort of thing. Don't do that. But seriously, for a family, it's huge. You have the frunk up front for charging cables, and this massive cavern in the back. And inside, the storage cubbies are everywhere. Wireless chargers for your phone, 2 of them. Cup holders that actually grip your drink. It's usable. It's not just a show car. You could drive this every day to Costco, fill it up, and drive home in absolute silence. Okay, it's time. We need to talk about the price. When you see a car with 1,300 horsepower, carbon ceramic brakes, magnetic levitation suspension, and an interior made of crystal and Nappa leather, you expect a price tag of $200,000, maybe $250,000. A Lucid Air Sapphire is $250K. A Model S Plaid is $90K. A Porsche Taycan Turbo GT is $230K. The YangWang U7 in China starts at roughly 90,000 USD. Are you kidding me? $90,000 for 1,300 horsepower for the most advanced suspension in the world? This is why I'm mad. This is why I'm jealous of Canada. Because if this car came to the US at that price, without tariffs, it would be game over. Who buys an S-Class? Who buys a Model S? Who buys a Panamera? If you could get this for the price of a well-spec'd BMW 5 Series, the market would break. But we can't have it because of tariffs, because of politics. So, while we're over here driving our legacy luxury cars, paying double the price for half the tech, the rest of the world is going to be driving spaceships. So, here's my question to you. Be honest. If you had $90,000 to spend on a car today, and you could buy this, would you still buy a Tesla? Would you still buy a BMW? Or would you take the risk on the 1,300 horsepower Chinese super sedan that can jump over speed bumps? I know my answer, and it scares me. Drop a comment below. I want to see the war in the comment section. Would you drive this? Yes or no? If you enjoyed this video, do not forget to smash that like button. It helps the algorithm more than you know. Subscribe if you want to see what other crazy cars we can dig up. I'm gonna go try to convince the owner to let me launch this thing one more time. Peace.